What's up, guys? Gary here with Self.dev. Today we're doing a little resume review video. If you want me to review yours, I've got my email in the description below, so feel free to send me your resume or your portfolio and I'll give you some feedback. Can't promise it'll be too helpful, but hey, I'll try. So first one we got here, the content is awesome, like the master's in computer science with a 3.9 GPA, dual major in computer science and economics in 4.5 years, where it takes most people 5 years to get one major. And then you've got some great work experience here. What was that? That was weird. And I usually don't like having like 20 skills here, but since you've got a master's in computer science and work experience, you probably know these to a pretty high degree. The issue comes when people have like 20 skills here and they come in and we have pretty high expectations for them, and we're like, all right, make a button element, and they do a div tag with a p element inside and then write button inside the p tag, or they Google how to make a button element and then they still can't make the button element after Googling it. So if you're going to have a lot of skills here, whoever's interviewing you is going to have higher expectations. So just keep that in mind. Also, I mean, again, this doesn't apply to you because I don't know if you're going for a front-end developer job or what. But if you're going for a front-end developer job, it's kind of weird if you have like C, C++, and all these other non-front-end related languages on there. So just keep that in mind for other people. But again, you probably know all these to a pretty high degree, so it's cool that you have those on there. The thing I have an issue with though is when somebody first gets this resume, there's not really much white space at all. It's kind of overwhelming, and if somebody's got 200 resumes to go through in a day, I used to think that was a joke, but Marvin actually has 200 resumes in his inbox he's working his way through right now. It's my boss. We're looking for another intern because our current intern leaves August 28th to go back to college. But yeah, this is probably just me, but if I've got 200 resumes I'm going through and I see one like this, it's kind of super overwhelming. I don't want to read it. I'm probably just going to skip it. So I'd add some more margins on the sides here. I appreciate you're probably trying to keep it all on one page, but you've got a lot of work experience, so you might be able to get away with making it 2 pages. Also, since you have actual work experience, you don't really need these projects so much. So either make it 2 pages or clear out some of the stuff, like this graduate assistant. That one, I don't think that one contributes too much in terms of like credit to what you've done or experience, just based on that one sentence there. So I'd probably take that out. The front-end developer thing, it's kind of weird that you're only there for like 3 months. But hey, that's something I'd probably ask about in the interview. That wouldn't stop me from like giving you a call or anything. But yeah, you've got some really good stuff in here. It's up to you what you want to take out. Promotion investment, held office hours. Yeah, that's my main suggestion, because like the content in here is great. Just add like some margin on the side, and then space everything out a little bit more so it's more readable. Because right now I kind of just want to like not really look at the resume because it's just too overwhelming. And then again, maybe take some of the projects out. That'd probably be a good move if you don't want to remove any of this stuff, because with the work experience you don't need to rely on projects so much. Also, I don't understand the selected projects part. Are you saying that you've done more projects, these were just the ones you selected? I think that's kind of weird. I'd probably just have projects there. But other than that, I really like the stuff on here. I think if you can like clean it up and make it more readable, then that'd help out a lot. But those are my main 2 feedbacks on it. Make it more readable, so add a little bit more white space, and then maybe like focus less on the projects, more on the jobs you've held. So this is the other one we got here. Also at the top here, she had name, email, phone number, so good job there. This one just had portfolio, LinkedIn, GitHub, email. The main thing I noticed on this one is there's no phone number, and so basically the way they're going to contact you is through email, and if it goes to spam and you miss it or something like that, that's a shot you didn't get. And with trying to get into the web developer industry, from my experience, you got to get every shot you can. Because I applied for like 4, maybe 5 months and only got 2 job interviews. And the first one I got offered an internship position. I couldn't make it work financially though. And then the second one is the job I'm at now. So every shot's super important. You want to make it as easy as possible for them to contact you. I know it might have been a personal decision not to put it on there though, because I looked on your portfolio and you don't have your phone number anywhere on the portfolio either. So it might just be a personal decision. But hey, that's my feedback on it. This one's, other than that, I don't really have much feedback on it. I mean, you got your name here, your links to everything. They're all hyperlinked, which is, you got to have a hyperlink so it's easy for them to get to your portfolio and stuff. I like that you have your projects on here and that those are hyperlinked too, so super easy to get to the projects. And your projects are really cool too. Like this is like the memory game, right? So that's 2, right? And then I get to go again, and then those 2, and yeah, it's just a pretty fun game to play. I played that through like 3 or 4 times before I made this video. So yeah, I really like your projects too. I'm not a super big fan of summaries, but since you don't have a job, or you have a job actually, you got one, so props on that. Congrats, man. But I'm not a big fan of summaries in general. I know that might just be me. I don't know, but it works here because it helps fill up the page. So good job on the summary. The skills, most of these have to do, like all of these have to do with front end. So my complaint about having 20 skills doesn't apply here. It only applies when people when they're like, I want to be a front end developer, and then they have like all these front end, back end, and then all these other random languages. Because then it's kind of like, do you want to be a front end developer? Are you sure? What are you trying to do here? But yours works. And then you got your education at the bottom, which is awesome. So yeah, only feedback on this is put your phone number on there. And then your portfolio, that's awesome too. I like the resume download button here. Coding phase guy says don't have it on there, but the reason he says not to have it on there is because random people would be able to contact you, which all you have on here is your email, so that's not too big of an issue. But yeah, you got your intro, you got your about me, you got your projects. Guys, if you have projects on your portfolio, please link them up and host them on a site so you can actually go to them and like play with it. It's really disappointing when the project's not even linked up and it's just like a picture like this and it has a description and you can't get to the project and there's no way, like they didn't give us a link to the GitHub or anything. It's also disappointing when they only link to the GitHub, because yeah, we can like download your code and run it ourselves, but trying to get through 200 resumes, we don't have time to do that. It's a lot. It helps whoever's making the hiring decision out. If you have it hosted on a site, it's really easy for them to see what you've done. But yeah, you got your projects here. They're all awesome. Also, doesn't apply to Andrew, but make sure your projects are linked up correctly. We had somebody who had links to projects and they all went to the same page and it wasn't a project. It was just like some broken page. So make sure everything's linked up correctly too. It might have just been something after he built it on his home computer and the file structure was broken after he uploaded it. So definitely double check your portfolio after you get it uploaded. And then you got your skills here. I like that you're using all the pictures for it. That's pretty cool. Also, I like that you know Gatsby, dude. We're switching to that at work. We've been using like WordPress and Infold, but we're going to switch to Gatsby because it's supposed to be way faster. And then we can start using Sass too, which I'm excited about because I was kind of feeling like I was getting stagnant in my growth. But now that we're using Gatsby, hopefully get to use some React more and then get to start working on Sass too. But yeah, I like how you have all the skills presented. I really like that you have XD here. That's what actually, I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like this is what most of the industry is moving to as far as like the designers making mock-ups, because we used to use Photoshop, but almost all of our designers make the designs on XD now because it's way easier. And it's also way easier to export all the components and stuff you need when you're building the website. And then you have your contact info here. Again, don't have the phone number, but hey, that might be a personal choice. Something I would add though is your email right here beside it, because if I click on this, it opens the default email system on my PC, and I never use whatever the default email system is here. So I'd have to like add an account and stuff, and I wouldn't want to do that. I just want to copy your email, go to Gmail, and then send it to you. Now, I mean, they can right-click it, click copy link, but you're gonna make it as easy as possible, because I mean, maybe it's a hiring manager who doesn't have much technical experience. I don't know. But I also like that these open in new tabs too. That's cool. If you want to come connect with Andrew on LinkedIn, I'll have his portfolio in the description after I make sure that's okay with him. So yeah, congrats on getting the job, man. That's awesome. Hopefully, I know it probably doesn't benefit you anymore with the resume experience. Not that I had much for you. And then this other resume here, hopefully this helps you out a little bit. I don't have much feedback for you either, except for the white space. Just make it more readable. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully that helped out a little bit. If you have any questions or want me to review your resume, again, my email is down in the description below. We've got a Discord. There's going to be a link to the Discord if you want to come hang out there and talk tech or anything like that. And I will see you next time. Peace.